bare feet. You can be in your pajamas. Let's get to it. So we're going to start with our feet placed hip width apart, and then go ahead and lean onto that left leg. I'd like to start with your weaker leg, and for most people it's the left. We're right leg dominant for the most part. So square off those hips, zip up those abs, and tip forward about 45 degrees. Beautiful. Now we're going to bend both knees into each other and push back to start. Good. In and straighten, bend and extend. Beautiful. Notice I'm keeping the hips squared off the whole time, and I'm keeping that slight forward lean so my body is in a nice diagonal line. Keep it coming. I'm going to show you side profile what this exercise looks like. So we bend and extend, bend and extend. And of course this is going to challenge your balance and strengthen the glutes, thighs, calves, abs, back, everything. See if we can do two more. Push and last one. Push. Nice. Let's switch sides. You ready? So again, square off through the feet, the hips, slide back. Now on that right leg lead, zip up the abs, tip forward just slightly, and bend, extend, bend, extend. Meanwhile, try to keep the shoulders back and down. We don't want to tense them up toward the face or curl them forward, closing off the chest. You're going to keep that chest open, always focused on good posture. Beautiful. Do you feel that glute working already? Keep it coming. And I'll show you what this looks like from the side. So you just tip forward and in, extend. Now to help with that balance, you're going to keep your gaze at a steady spot so that you don't tip over. Good. Let's try 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Gorgeous. So you're getting into that low plank. On the elbows, on the toes, or drop to the knees, rest right above the kneecaps, and lift the feet. Good. Whether you're on the knees or toes, keep those hips not too high, not too low. Keep holding and breathing. Again, I'll show you from the side. You want to settle those hips down some. Really think of pushing the tailbone toward the heels, squeezing through the thighs, pressing actively into the toes. Make sure the booty isn't too high and not too low, right there. Your abs are like a brick wall, just holding that lower back. Keep it strong. Today, instead of slides, we're going to take it into hip drops. So we're going to drop the hips side to side, side to side. Again, you can do this from the knees, side to side. You're still going to feel those obliques. So work at your own level. Keep breathing. Keep that good form. Continue to push actively into the forearms. Elevating the chest just slightly. Keeping the shoulder blades broad. Stay strong. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Rooms, because I wanted to find a nice blank wall for our wall sit today. So you're going to take your feet hip width apart, and you're just going to shimmy yourself down the wall until you can come, hopefully, to 90 degrees. Now, if that's too deep, it bugs your knees, your hips, your thighs, then come up a little bit higher. Otherwise, stay down here. If you want to, take the feet a little bit wider for greater stability. Otherwise, keep it parallel and lined up with the hips. You want to think about inwardly spiraling the thighs. Again, this helps to really engage and fire up the inner thighs, the quads and hip flexors so that the knees don't fall open. And you're just going to sit here. You can extend the arms forward for greater balance, or you can take the arms by the side. Think of engaging the abs. You want to keep your pelvis level. So there should be a little bit of space between your lumbar spine and the wall. If your lumbar spine is flush to the wall, that means you're tucking your pelvis under. And that's not how we want to strengthen the abs. We want to strengthen the abs in neutral spine because this is more functional. When you're standing up, you want those abs strong and you want normal curve in your spine. Keep breathing. Are you dying yet? This is your fit minute. Let's see if we can hold it for a minute. Now if you need to, rise up a little higher. If you're feeling good, take it a little bit lower. Now think of pushing the shoulders into the wall. Keep that nice spinal curve. And let's hold for 10 more seconds. Can we do it? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze it up. Good job. So this time we're down all the way onto our tummies. And you're going to start by just kind of lining up the legs, make sure they're really lengthened and engaged, stretching out the abs. Then slowly take it down. Bring the hands close beside your chest and squeeze the elbows in toward the rib cage, rolling the shoulders back and down. Now we're going to focus on the triceps as well as strengthening the back muscles, glutes and hamstrings. So you're going to inhale, lift up the legs just a few inches off the floor until you feel those muscles fire up right there. Now, gazing straight forward and down, so you're lengthening the neck, we're going to press into the hands, actively squeezing the back of the upper arms. Those are your triceps. Squeeze those muscles and feel the back muscles engage as well. And then slowly drop and press, squeeze, lift. Now it doesn't look like you're doing a lot, but you should feel those muscles firing up. Again, press, squeeze into the upper arms, back of the upper arms, engage those back muscles, engage glutes and hams, and drop. Let's just do 2 more. Lift and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. Beautiful. Keep the legs active. This time, take the arms straight out like airplane wings, and you're just going to lift up and fly. Like you just jumped out of an airplane. Lift and drop, and lift and drop. Now be sure that you don't throw the head back here. You're using the muscles of the back, and there's no momentum involved. Just lift and drop and lift. Notice you're not getting very high. Our bodies aren't designed to bend that way, so it's a small range of motion. And this time, hold it about halfway up. And now you're going to roll the arms in and squeeze between the shoulder blades and reach. And squeeze and extend. Squeeze the shoulder blades in as well as down the spine. Let's do 4 and 3. Keep those legs lifted. 2 and 1. And relax it all the way down. Good. Take a deep breath. And then stretch it into a child's pose. We're going to really focus on the whole body for this one, but especially the abs. And I'm going to show you baby steps so that everyone can do this exercise at their own level. So we're going to sit back into the sit bones and tailbone sacrum. That makes a nice triangle shape. You're going to bring the hands to the thighs, roll the shoulders back, and see if you can bring the shins parallel to the floor. Really scoop up those abs. Gorgeous. Keep holding and breathing. Shoulders back and down. Now see if you can take the fingertips a little bit wider out. See how that challenges your abs even more? Now see if you can take away one finger at a time. Stay strong. Now you should be shaking. If you start to shake, that's okay. I always say that's your muscles getting excited. It's a party in there. So make peace with that shaking. It's a good feeling. Now see if you can take the arms out wide. This is just a modified yoga boat pose. I do this a lot in yoga and Pilates. And now see if you can straighten out the legs. Push it straight up. And breathe. And yes, I am shaking too, right there with ya. And then if you can, extend the arms straight up beside the ears and rise up to your highest reach into this V-sit. Up, 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 and release. Good job. Start in push-up position today. I know that gets you really excited. Make sure your hands are spread and broad to help out those wrists. You want your hands just a little bit wider than shoulder width, or just straight from the head of the shoulder. Now again, engage the thighs, press into the toes, make sure the hips aren't too high, aren't too low. Zip up those abs, tailbone toward the heels. Again, feel free to drop to the knees until you build up strength, because these are going to be tough. We're working in the triceps today. This is different from a regular push-up. So lengthen the neck. You're just going to bend the elbows slowly into the rib cage. Hold, elbows in, and push up. Beautiful. We're doing these slow to start out, and that doesn't mean they're easier. Slow takes a lot more core control. There's no momentum involved, and so slower is often harder than pumping it out really fast. Now push. Now at the top, make sure your elbows stay slightly bent. You don't want to lock. Some people have a tendency for those elbows to go all the way in and then out the other direction. That's called hyperextension. It's not good for the joints. Keep those elbows in, and push up. Again from the toes, going down slow. Squeeze those elbows in, and push up. And now let's do fourth a little bit faster. So it's down and push. Don't collapse the shoulder blades. Down and push into the fingers. Down and push. One more. Down and push. Good. Stretch that out.